Hey guys, Kenya here. I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to revive your dry gel liner. I don't know about you guys, but it seems like you can never get these gel liners tight enough, closed tight enough so that they don't dry out in a little bit of time. So I looked up online for a while and I found a remedy. This goes for anything that's sort of gel. So if you guys use your dip brow, I know a lot of people have problems with that drying out after a while. I mean, dip brow is pretty good. It doesn't dry out as quickly as other products, but this revives almost anything that's gel based that you would be using for your eyes. So I'm using this on Anastasia's waterproof cream color in Jet. So it's pretty much the dip brow but black for eyeliner. And I will say that I do use this with my dip brow when my dip brow gets dry. But I think I use it with this more. And I don't know if you guys can see that. Maybe I can come closer here. Alright, well, it's not going to be in focus. But I'll maybe insert a picture of how dry this is. But you know when your gel liners get dry and you see it start like lifting away from the edges of the glass pot it's in, that's when you know there's almost no saving it. So I looked around online. A lot of people were saying to like put olive oil in it or something. I'm not sure if that's something you guys want to do, but I found this serum at Inglot and it's called the Inglot Duraline, and it's supposed to be to turn your eyeshadows or pigments into sort of, I don't know, a form that's easier to use. But I can't tell you how many liners I've thrown away just because they've dried out. And I don't use gel liner that often, but sometimes I do, and I want to have the freedom to go between my liquid liners and my gel liners. So what you do is, at least for the gel liner, you want to be, the woman at the store told me that you want to be really conscious not to pour it straight into the liner because it's going to kind of just make it a little harder, and if you keep pouring it in there, the harder it gets, the less you're going to be able to use this. And I have a lot of product left, so for this to dry out, I want to make sure I save this. So what I do, and you can probably see the remnants here, I put a drop of this in the cap, and then I'll take this is the Anastasia number 12 brush. I think it's for your eyebrows, but I use it for eyeliner because it's nice and sharp. And then I take this and I dip it in my my jet waterproof cream, whatever, your gel liner, and then I dip it in the drop that I put in the cap, and then I drip it on here, and then I wipe the excess off in the cap. So I can try to show you the difference between the lines that you're gonna get. Oh yeah, this is so dry. So let me get a close up. Hold on. So now that I've got a closer view with you guys, I can show you exactly what I was saying. You can see how this is. It's really dry. It's separating from the edges, and I've put the drop in there. I don't know if you can see it. It's sliding down. I've put the drop of this Inglot Duraline in the cap. So I'm going to show you now what it's like without the Duraline. It's really dry. It's hard for me to get like a nice fluid line. Let me give you a more close-up. You can see here the line is not very dark or pigmented at all. It's very dry. You can see that it's very dry. Forgive the remnants of foundation on my hand. But now I'm going to show you what it looks like with the Inglot Duraline. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to dip my, damn it, I dropped it. Alright, I'm back. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to dip my brush into the Duraline. And then I'm going to dip it into the liner, the dried liner. And I'm going to wipe off the excess on the cap of the Duraline. So I'm just going to sort of lay my brush on the side and wipe off the excess. And you'll see that I get a very easy, dark, pigmented line here. I don't have to take a bunch of strokes to get my line to show up. If I don't wipe it off, it gets a little little gloopy. Is that a word? I don't know. But if you don't wipe off the sides, you'll notice that your line isn't going to be very, very sharp, just because, you know, the brush needs to stay pointy. So make sure you wipe off the excess of the Duraline here. But I mean, it makes a lot of a difference. Okay, these lines over here, these two, those are the dry lines, like the ones without the Inglot Duraline. This middle line right here, the third one, that one's the first one I drew with the Duraline. This fourth one right here, that one's what I drew without wiping the excess off. And then this last one is just another example of how much more pigmented it is without, with the Duraline rather than without. So I don't know about you guys, but I think that's a pretty worthwhile investment. I'm not sure if I'm mistaken, but I'm pretty sure I got this for $9, and I'm pretty sure I got this for whatever the price of Dip Brow was. So it really saved, it saved me money, it saves me time, instead of like going, I don't know, I can keep this in here rather than going to get some olive oil in my kitchen. I think this is a lifesaver. And I mean, you can use this to make your pigments more intense. I don't work with pigments that much, probably will in the future, but for now, I think this is a lifesaver. I will say for my dip brow, now I use the Anastasia dark brown in the dip brow, and I do use this every so often with that. I'll say I use this Duraline every time I use this liner, just because I can't pour it straight into the vial. But it seems like for anything that isn't black, you can pour it into the vial. So let's see, for my dark brown dip brow, if I put a drop in there, it'll moisten the rest of it up, and it'll last for maybe like 2 or 3 weeks without me having to put another one in again. And that's with me using it almost every day. And I mean, let me show you guys my dip brow. It's almost done, and I bought this so long ago, and I mean, I haven't had to buy a new one since. So that's my dip brow. I don't know if you can tell, but that's glass at the bottom. It's almost completely done, and with this product, I'm sure I'm gonna get like every last bit of it. So I mean, I think it would help if maybe Anastasia made something like this, so then you don't have to go find an Inglot around you. If you're in the New York area, I know there's an Inglot at Times Square. I'm not sure how many there are other places or in other states, but buy this online, anywhere. Sure, you can find it. Time saver, lifesaver. That's all I have for you guys. Thanks for watching. I hope this helps someone. I hope it was a tip or trick to help you with your dry gel liners or your dry dip brow. If you have one sitting that you're just like, oh my god, I just paid all this money for this and it's already dry, what am I gonna do? That's what you can do. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thumbs up, like, subscribe if you want to see more videos from me, and thanks for watching.